So here I've got my keyboard. There's a few different controls you can use here. You've got a kind of pad sound there that I like to use a bit. And often a lot of worship leaders will use that. It might be a bit different to you if you've been used to just playing piano, but I've also got a normal piano sound as well. So let's take a really, really simple song. Let's take something like Here I Am to Worship, like I did for the guitar video, and just see where we go from here. So I'm going to play in the key of D, as I did for the guitar video, and I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'll show you what I do with my right hand, and then after I'll show you what I do with my left hand, so hopefully that will give you some ideas. So I'm going to just use basic triads to start off with, and show you what I do with those. So I'm going to take my D, F sharp, A sound, and already you've got the soft pad sound coming through. Going to keep it really simple. Make the rhythm very uncomplicated so that I'm fitting well with other people. And you can see I'm just playing D, F sharp, A, and occasionally slipping in this E as well, which kind of makes it a D2 kind of chord. Just fills it in a little bit and gives you a bit more of a texture as you're playing along. So I'm just going to play really simple. I'll just play the chords and sing along a little bit as well. So, light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Gonna go to the G2 here. So here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Just let that soft pad ring out there. King of all days. And so we go on. So you can see that I'm just playing just as I did with the guitar video. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not trying to do any kind of fancy stuff. Especially if you're being led, if somebody else is leading the rhythm, you don't want to be competing for rhythm, particularly with, perhaps the drummer, guitarist there, they're quite rhythmic instruments. So if you're just trying to create a sound that fits with what other people are playing, you want to keep it as simple as you can, really. And that'll just stop any kind of competitive rhythms going on. And also help you perhaps just to listen to what other people are doing is a really crucial part of being in a worship team, is being aware of what other people are doing. And also it's not really about the sound you specifically are making. You're working at making a sound as a group, and you're also working at making a sound that enables people to sing and worship too. Now, when you're worshipping in your own home, or on your own gear or whatever else, you can kind of do what you like. But when you're leading for a group of people, it's always crucial to remember who we're worshipping for and with, and worshipping for God, but we're also worshipping with people. So we need to work hard to ensure that we're keeping an eye on God. And focusing our worship on him, but we're also keeping an eye on the people. So that's why I say keep it really simple. try and focus on and how you can enable people to worship rather than what's the best playing you've ever done in your life, and how can you make it sound really awesome. It's not really the purpose of what we're aiming for. So that's an initial kind of concept that I hope will kind of help you to develop. There are more things that we'll do later in the video. I'll just show you a quick bit of what I would be doing with the left hand as I'm playing. So often what I'll do is I'll just play just bass notes in octaves. Again, it doesn't sound particularly interesting, but if you haven't got a bass guitarist, which a lot of churches sometimes don't, then it just adds a bass dimension and fills out the sound for when you're playing that. So keep it simple, enjoy yourself, but also just be aware of your surroundings and who you're playing with and who you're playing for, and that's a really crucial part of what you're going to do with worship leading. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any suggestions, and I hope this is helpful, and I'll speak to you soon.